Hello everybody, I'm Mard, and welcome to another episode of Minecraft Enigmatica 2 Expert. This week, I figured we would do something different. And I think we're gonna go pop open the portal of the Twilight Forest and get started on some boss killing. Because we need to get around to that eventually, and it's a good source of some stuff that we can only get there, or in a couple other rarer places like draconium powder to make draconium ingots. So, I don't know, let's go make the portal, I guess. So I think I'm just going to put the portal over here right now. I was originally going to make a platform for all of my portals and make it nice and pretty, but I'm kind of out of ideas right now, and I need to remember what some of the other portal designs look like first before I do it. So to do this, you dig a hole, place a pool of water down, and surround it in flowers. Oh, and of course I'm in ice, so this is going to be a problem. And then you take a diamond and huck it in. And it makes the Twilight Forest portal. So I'm going to hope that snow and ice don't actually break the portal, because that would be really awkward, and I don't want to get stuck in there, but I guess we'll wait. We'll have to wait and see how this works. So let's hop on through. And here we are in the scenic Twilight Forest. So the way the Twilight Forest works is there's a series of different biomes that are all generally next to each other. And each biome type is home to a boss. And I think I even see one over on the map in the southeast corner over there. I think that's the Naga's arena. So let's head over in that general direction and see what's over there. As you can see, there's some unique plants and animals out here. Like they're the canopy trees that we grew in one episode, as well as the fireflies, which we can use as light sources if I want to gather some of them here. Oh, so this wasn't actually the Naga. This is something else. So the way this guy works is you basically trade him one of every wool type, and he basically starts elongating and getting different colors and drops different materials and then a horn. I honestly don't have any idea how useful this guy actually is. I've never actually run into one of these before. I usually always find the Naga before I've ever seen one of these, so I guess I'll mark this guy and revisit this later. This is just a kind of an interesting, happy surprise. And as you can see, there are animals unique to here. There's specific types of deer, and some fireflies are moving around. There are usually some squirrels too. I'm kind of sad I haven't seen any of those to show you yet. Wild boar, which just act as normal piggies. Some ravens. A disturbing amount of chickens and wolves just hanging out together. And then various buildings and structures. So this is where I was talking about finding spawners. In most buildings out here, there are spawners of various types. A lot of them are skeleton druids in this area. There are also chests with varying amounts of loot. Most of it's generally junk. Oh, I don't know what that is though. And sometimes there are hidden rooms. Although this doesn't look like one of them. Oh, just happy little cicadas just hiding on the tree out here. I don't know if those do anything. Okay, so do you see how this glowing wall thing appeared? So you don't want to go through these. If you go through them, you'll find that you can't actually break things. And you can't hurt monsters. And you can't fight. It's because these are walled off by requiring having beaten the previous boss. So that's actually the second boss in there, the Lich, I think. Oh. I'm getting beaten on by a legendary monster, I think. Okay, so that was a fire and ice bird that drops feathers. It's actually what my arrows are made out of. It causes my arrows to shoot completely straight. I'm really confused as to why my bow wasn't firing though. That was awkward. I think it's because I was walking through the wall or walked near the wall. So let's walk a ways away from that and see if I can fix the bow. Otherwise I might have to relog. But that's a good example of what I was talking about. You can't do anything if you walk through that barrier. So that's bad news. So here's one of the hidden rooms that I was talking about inside another house. There's basically a trap door hidden under a block. We can go down here and there might be a whole lot of nothing. We'll have to see. Okay, so there's some chests. Is there a spawner here? Don't see a spawner. Let's see if there's any loot. Nope, there was a TNT trap, however, so that wasn't great. And we might as well turn on my night vision that I turned off a while ago. So, that was terrifying. Yeah, you can find these firefly jars. I think you can make these as well. They also make decent lights. And we come over to the swamp, and there's another zone barrier for the swamp area. Don't want to go into that. Same general reason. Squirrels! Hello, friend squirrels. Hi. Hi. I want to be your friend. Ooh. Rainbow trees. These are actually one of my favorite trees. They change shade as they change X and Y coordinates. I think I want to see if I can get some of these. And coming up on another biome wall that we can't go through. This is about the longest I've ever had to actually search for the Naga before. Jeez. Aha! Found one. So this sort of arena type structure is where the Naga lives. So let's go pay him a visit and murder him. Or her. We're equal opportunity here. Where are you, big scary snake thing? There we go. Let's see. So the thing about the Naga that might not be obvious is that if you are outside the arena, it's just invincible. You can't beat it. So you actually have to come down here and fight it. It's not exactly hard to beat though. Even with normal gear, this is the opening easy boss. But it drops a bunch of random things like shader bags for immersive engineering, a trophy this is what we're after, and then some scales that you can make equipment out of. For what we've got, it's not that impressive. There are also some unique blocks in here, like the Naga stone stuff, and it's all through the walls and whatnot. But that gets us through the first step, and so now we should be able to go back to the tower, and it should now be open. Alright, so we're back at the tower. If you look over there, you can actually see there's another one. So I got really unlucky with the Naga, because I can fight two of these guys if I want to. But this thing's a big, huge, sprawling dungeon. This whole thing is full of rooms and tunnels and whatnot. I'm going to do the completely rude thing, and I'm just going to smash in at the top and find him and kill him. That sound like a plan? This one's a little bit more involved. You have to knock off its shields by bouncing fireballs back to it, kind of like fighting a ghast. You know, if you want to fight the ghast the hard way. Oh, let's see. Is he in this top room up here? Well, let's hack a hole in the roof and find out. And as you can see, there's no more shield around this place. The blocks are breaking. I can see. Oh, but it's not letting me go into his room. They're going to make me do it the hard way. Let's see if I can find a side passage in. Every time I try to cheat lately, it doesn't work. How about this? I'm going to pop a hole. Oh. Well, there we go. So we still managed to come in through the roof. And there he is. So let's see how scary this guy is, because I haven't fought this in a long time. I'm starting to think I should have brought a shield. Well, I beat it, but I lost part of the recording due to an error. So I'm going to go fight the other one to show you how this works. Oops. Okay, so back on top of the second one, let's punch through again and try to do a repeat. Hopefully this will let us go through right here. Let's do this. So he summons, adds, and throws these orbs of ender and fireballs at you. You need to bounce the orbs of ender back at him to break the shields. You need to do it 4 times, and it's a giant pain. They glow red when they're doing fire, and they're glowing green when they're doing the orbs of ender. Well, I got one off it in one of these batteries. Okay, one more shield. Okay, got him. Now he summons zombies. We fight zombies until those go away. And then once these are all done, he'll come at me with a sword. Yep. And we're done. So kind of a pain, not too hard in the scheme of things. More annoying than anything. The bigger issue are all of the other mobs that come now after me from all the side rooms and all the stuff that gets dropped. Well, now that I've found the Lich castles, 2 of them, I can go through those and go get a whole bunch of spawners and a bunch of random loot from them later when I'm feeling more up to it. But for now, I think I'm going to call it a day. You've seen the first part of the Twilight Forest. This is just the first 2 zones, basically. There's a bunch more bosses yet ahead of us. But this is a good stopping point. So, as always, I'm Ard. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.